Okay. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to another fun day in the stock markets. It's your buddy here, Uncle Bruce, the guy that tries to explain in plain English what's going on while at the same time desperately trying to not upset you people, especially my American friends who all think, not all, but some of you think that I'm running a political channel, and I'm not. I run a channel on how you can make money in the stock market. That's really what I do. And my diehards who are always here every day, they know that because they see their account values going higher and higher and higher. Why is that? Because they write stock options and they enjoy the shrinkage of options, because when options come up to expiry, they're either worth something or they're worth nothing. Well, right now, an option that has a month left to go before it expires has time to maybe be worth something. And they're taking advantage of the maybe it'll be worth something premium and are selling options here, writing options, creating options, adding liquidity to the options market, taking gobs of money off the table for themselves and going, I'm folding my arms and I'm going to see how badly these contracts perform, and I'll buy them back for a fraction of what I sold them for. Thank you, sir. May I have another. That's the motto. I love this game. I like this game. It's so easy. Sell an option up here and buy it back down here a couple of days later, a week later, 2 weeks later, and say, thanks, let's do another one. This is a great little game we got going here. And enjoy the shrinkage. Welcome to the party, pal. We're not here to talk politics. I'm not here to lambaste anybody. However, I can't help but let you know that there are certain things happening in Washington that affect the stock market. And you have to know that, because if you are blind and just going into the market going, oh, I'm just going to write contracts, it'll be great, you're going to get your ass handed to you. You have to know what's going on and why it's going on and what the effect on the market would be, so that you can effectively say, confidently say, oh, I'm going to write options on this stock here. I'm going to do cash secured puts here. I'm going to do credit spreads over there. Knowing what I know about the markets and what they're up to and what's happening out of Washington and Paris and Berlin and London and Ottawa and Tokyo and Beijing, knowing what's going on with all those stories, that explains to me and it shows me, now I get it, oh, the stock market is affected by what Trump says. Oh, that, who would have thought? You have to know. And for some of you, you don't want me talking about this stuff. You just rather say, oh, why don't you just talk about the stock market? Stop talking politics. I'm not talking politics. I'm talking reality. I'm talking money. What do you think they're doing in Congress? They're talking money all the time. They just passed a budget resolution last night. It was all about money, your taxpayer money. In any event, don't worry. It sounds like, from quote unquote, sounds to me like the new administration in Washington, who will go nameless, they figured out the way to take care of government deficits. All you got to do is offer up a gold card of citizenry, a gold card, giving you a green card by buying a gold card. If you buy a gold card, you get a green card. And the gold card is only $5 million. So all the Guatemalans coming up and all the Costa Ricans and all the Mexicans and all the Chinese people and all the people at the southern border desperate to come in, very soon, all you need to do is bring a bag of cash with you for $5 million and you're being handed a gold card and you can walk on in. Now you can have any job you want in America. You can get any job at any slaughterhouse you want. You can mow lawns in Beverly Hills for the houses that didn't burn down. You can tend to the golf courses right here in Rancho Mirage as a hedge trimmer, or you can be hired by a painter to paint fences in 115-degree heat in Phoenix. You get a job in a brewery somewhere. You can wash dishes, work at a McDonald's. There are fantastic $12 and $15 and $20 an hour jobs waiting for you. All you got to do is walk in here with $5 million and you're good to go. And hey, it's not like a one-year program. This is for the rest of your life. So look, if you're going to work for 50 years, you're 20 now and you're going to work until you're 70, 50 years, it only costs you $5 million. Think about it. The last 10 years you're working, inflation will have made it that you're getting $50 an hour 50 years from now for your minimum wage, and you only paid $5 million to get your green card. You're getting all that money back and more. Congratulations. And way to go for America, because if you can get 1 million people a year to come in for $5 million each, you're bringing in a bunch of money. You're going to knock that deficit down. And of course, 1 million people a year getting green cards at $5 million apiece. They're all now taxpayers. They're all now contributing to Social Security. This is going to wipe out the U.S. deficit. It's going to take care of everything. And there you are. The solution is on the table. It's right there. $5 million. If you're an American, you now know that your citizenship is worth $5 million. There you go. Now, you want to offer it on eBay to somebody, you're prepared to move to Switzerland and you're willing to give up your American citizenship, put it on eBay, and maybe you'll get 4 or 5 million from somebody. Maybe you'll get 5.5 million. Maybe you'll get more than what you're worth. And now you can retire and live in Germany, Switzerland, France, Portugal, Taiwan, Thailand, Indonesia, Canada. Come to Canada with 5 million American. You know what that is up here? In Canada, I'm not in Canada, but up in Canada, 5 million American is 100 million Canadian dollars. It's huge. They say the official exchange rate is 70 cents. No, $1 American dollar is 1,000 Canadian dollars. I mean, they're paupers out there. You're laughing when you come to Canada with a couple of $100 American bucks. But this isn't political. This is just business. It's not political. Anyway, how you doing? Welcome. Good morning. Am I pissing you off? I noticed yesterday I lost 22 subscribers on my channel. I'm not upset about that. I know exactly the 22 I lost yesterday. Trumpers. They are Trump lovers. And they can't stand that I talk about this guy the way I talk about this guy. And if you don't get it, if you can't take it, go somewhere else and leave me the hell alone. I don't need your subscriptions if you're a Trump lover. I just don't need you guys. Piss off. I don't care. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I don't upset Coca-Cola. I don't upset banks. I don't upset brokerage firms. I tell you what I think, and I tell you what I feel, and I tell you what I see, and I tell you what's going on in the market. And if you don't like what's going on in the market, you want to blame me for it? Knock yourself out. It's all my fault. Great. But realistically, if you can't figure out that we're here to help you make money, then you're never going to make money in the market. Go return empties. Go to the back of restaurants and pick up empties and return them to bottle depots. You'll make more money doing that than watching me and be mad at me because I'm talking about what's going on out there. There's a life for you out there. Go and enjoy it. You're not going to enjoy it with me around talking about what's going on, because what's going on is scary as hell. Last night, the Congress of the United States passed a budget resolution bill. It's not a budget. It's here's what we think we're going to do to pass a budget bill. Okay. It is so convoluted. It is so difficult to understand. Is it any wonder 90% of Americans don't follow what Congress does because they don't understand what the hell those guys are doing? Congress knows what they're doing. And what they did last night was they adopted the mandate from the old man in the White House. You remember the old men that used to want to run for president? There were 2 old men that wanted to become president. One guy kind of went, well, I'm too old. I'm going to have to pack it in. And the other guy said, oh, I'm not too old. I'm good enough to do it. I'm going to be 83 when I'm done here, but I'm going to make things happen. Well, that old guy has told the congressional people, here's the deal, okay? You're going to pass my bill that is going to increase spending by reducing taxes by $4.5 billion again. But we'll do cuts of $2 billion to pay for it. Now, I'm old too. I'm 69. I'm not 83, but I'm 69. Okay, and I'm old. And when I grew up in the 60s, you know, because I was born in 1955, so in 1960 I was 5. Okay, in 1970 I was 15. So in the 60s when I started to grow up, and in through the 70s, you know, high school and college, my mathematical skills were limited. But I figured out that if you spend $4.5 billion or trillion dollars, and you bring in $2 trillion against it, you're still short $2.5 billion. Somehow that math works for me, and it makes sense to me. Now, maybe I'm wrong, because there's new math that's out there. There's new math. They came out with this new math in the 70s sometime, and everything changed. But anyway, from what I gather, there's $2.5 billion of a shortfall, even if spending is cut by $2 trillion. Now, you tell me the last time the US government was able to cut spending by $2 trillion a year. The last time that ever happened in the history of this country. Or let's go back 30 years and make $2 trillion only $500 billion, you know, make it relative to inflation. I've never seen cuts in the government of any proportion like that in the history of mankind. I haven't seen that in Canada. I haven't seen that in Britain. I haven't seen that in Germany, in France, and Italy. Nowhere. Like nowhere. So, but let's say they can do that. Let's say that the new government of the United States, dominated by the Republicans, can actually cut $2 trillion of spending, except from the military. Can't do it from there. We can't take money from the CIA. We're going to talk about killing the FBI, but we're not really going to do that, you know, because we don't have to worry about that. Where's it coming from? There's only a couple places you can cut now, where the people who are most affected are the most powerless to stop it. It was simple. Medicaid. If you can take money away from the poorest Americans who can't afford $1 towards super PACs, then you don't have to fear them. Because if poor Americans don't have super PACs, they can't unelect officials. The super PACs you fear as a politician are the well-funded super PACs, which are funded by healthcare companies, tobacco companies, military suppliers. Hello, who do you think contributes the most money to super PACs to tell Congress and the Senate what they want? Yeah, the very, 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 very wealthy who have the dough, who are going to get $4.5 trillion in continued tax cuts, because they need the money, you know. The very wealthy of America need extra trillions of dollars just to get by. Do you have any idea what these private jets cost to run? Do you have any idea what, you know, a flat of 24 Diet Cokes cost to bring on board a plane? It's a lot of money. There's only one place you can take it. It's from the people who can't stop you. And the people who can't stop you are the very, very unwealthy. And so Social Security is on the table. Medicaid, Medicare on the table. We need X amount of dollars to come from that area. The rest will be from abuse and overspending. That's what it is. It's all the graft and all the illegal stuff that the Democrats are doing. We're going to take money away from all those Democrat programs, and that's where we will save trillions of dollars to then hand it over to the wealthy. Rather than pay down the $36 trillion deficit, we're going to add $2.5 trillion to the deficit. Because, you see, the situation is this. If we give the wealthy $4.5 trillion of tax cuts, they will thrive, make much more money, and pay a lot more in taxes in the system that's out there, because just think of how many poor people they can hire at $15 an hour that need $25 an hour to live. For $15 an hour, you might pay $1 an hour in income tax. And with the hundreds of millions of people paying $1 more an hour in income tax, it'll all be better. I remember this exact discussion, but in shrinkage numbers, inflation adjusted numbers. I remember exactly this discussion that went on for 8 years in the Reagan era during President Reagan. That was exactly, it was trickle down economics. It was talked about with George Bush Jr. Triple down economics. The wealthy make all the dough, and the pennies and the nickels and dimes will flow into the government coffers, because everyone benefits when billionaires get richer. This is the old mantra, and for some reason, the evangelicals out there believe in it, and they are convinced this is the way to go. It is just unbelievable, the zombie-like following of this so-called solution. They just can't break it. It just doesn't stop. It doesn't go away. It just keeps on going. Because you see, everyone loves the American dream. Okay? Poor people love to drive down the highway in their jalopies, and then they look out in the distance as they're driving along at 60 miles an hour, and they see a beautiful house on a 2-acre lot with a white picket fence around it, and it's a 5,000 square foot mansion with a 4-car garage over there and a tennis court over there. And they go, look at that. Look at my country. Look how great America is. And they keep driving and they keep driving, and they get to their part of town, and it ain't the same place, because they all aspire to become a winner in America. And winners in America are respected people. They're good people. They give to charity. They're wonderful people. That's great. That's great. There are rich people like that in Germany and in Italy, in France, in Russia, in China. There are wealthy people around the world. The reality, though, is that to get into the club of wealthy, when I talk about the upper 10%, it's kind of hard to get there. In America, you need to make at least $250,000 a year to be in the top 10% of earners in America. You got to make $250,000 a year. That's $20,000 a month, $5,000 a week, $1,000 a day, 5 days a week. You got to make $1,000 a day to be in that club. If you're getting $20 an hour and you're working 8 hours, you're making 160 gross. You're at 16th percentile of the top 10%. You work 20 hours a day because you're the hardest working American there is. You're now making $400 a day. 20 hours times $20 an hour, $400 a day. You're at the 40th percentile mark. You're nowhere near enough dough to get anywhere. And yet, come election time, people vote for the billionaires, the interests of the billionaires, because we want to keep America great and make it great again for everybody. Give everyone a shot at becoming a successful person like these people. And the population falls for it, hook, line, and sinker every time. Parents realize when they're in their 40s that their kids, they got 3 kids, each of them, if they go to university, if they can get in, they're coming out $250,000 in debt, each of them, $750,000 in debt for 3 kids when mom and dad hit their mid-40s to late 40s. Empty nesters, my ass. How many 40 and 50-year-old parents have children still living in the house and they're in their 20s and 30s? How many parents in the United States have got the same problem the Italian parents have, by the way? Italian parents have 35-year-old bachelors still living in the house. And then they have 35-year-old just married former bachelors with the wife living in the house and now with a kid. How many American families are now a big fat happy unit where you got mom and dad, 2 kids, two siblings and children, and they're trying to make it work. The American dream. There you go. How many make it to the top 10%? Every day, someone else gets there. There are Americans every day joining the 10%. Every day it happens. With 400 plus million people, you kind of need 1 million a month to make it really impactful. But there aren't 1 million people a month becoming top 10%ers. I'm sorry, not going to happen. I'm just a guy telling you the reality of the world, and you don't like it. Many of you hate it when I talk like this, and you unsubscribe, and you go and watch someone else who's going to give you the bullshit you want to make you feel better. And I'm sorry, I'm not in the bullshit business. I'm in the let's make money business. And if you don't like hearing how it is you have to make money, go somewhere else. Get lost. Piss off. I don't want you here. I don't need your sarcasm and crying on a pillow and calling me a this. And I don't care. I don't give a crap. I'm too old. I'm not going to be here for 20 more years. If I were 45 years old, I'd shut the hell up and I would tell you how great it is and how God is going to make everything better for everybody and that you're going to be just fantastic. Not happening. Not happening here. I'm 70 years old this year. How long have I got? I could be drooling in a corner in 5 years in a wheelchair in an old folks home. I don't freaking know. I'm here now. And I'm telling you now, you want to make money in this business, you want to become a true successful investor and take control of your financial life, which means you control your entire life, you got to work for it. You got to want it. And the good news is 99% of the viewers here have figured that out. They know that I care about your financial well-being. And I'm not here to try to convert you into a Democrat or convert you into a socialist or convert you into that. I'm not here for that. I'm here to talk to you about ways you can make money. But you have got to understand what the world is about and where you are in the world. And you have to figure it out on your own. Not only if you're in Canada, the US, UK, in Europe, Asia, I don't care. Where are you inside your country? The country you're in, where are you inside that country of yours? Okay, because all of you are different. You're all different ages, you have all different educations, you all have different backgrounds, you all have different parents, you all have different careers, you all have different circumstances affecting you. You've got to figure out where you're at, and you've got to take stock of yourselves, and you've got to grab your feelings and suppress the anger and go, okay, I'm going analytical. I get it. Okay, Uncle Bruce, I'm willing to learn how I fit in to what's going on and how I can get out of the trap I might be in, or I might not be in, or the opportunity, the roadway that I should follow to make this work for me. If you're willing to do that with this channel, you're on your way. But if you're hardcore evangelical, Republican, the Kool-Aid drinker, Fox News is the only station for you. You got blinders on. And you're kind of watching me out of the corner of your eye, but yeah, you're still going to go like this. You are limiting your upside. That's the reality. Now, some of you will say, well, the Democrats are the same way. If they do that, they're limiting. That's right. That is exactly right. If you're a communist, and you don't believe in the outside world as that it exists, and it might be as good or better than what you have, you're part of the problem too. It's okay. Believe what you want. Believe in who you want. I really don't care. But at the end of the day, this channel is here to make money, okay? Get over yourselves. Get over your politics and just become a duck. Let the water flow off your back and just say to yourself, okay, this is normal. It's been like this forever. It's going to continue to be like this, no matter who's in the White House, the Senate, the Congress, the Prime Minister's office in Canada, the Chancellor's office in Germany. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who does anything politically. What really matters is, can you make money in this environment? People got wealthy during the Nazi era in Germany, and they weren't Nazis. People got wealthy during the Great Depression that rocked the world, including America and Canada. They got wealthy even during that time. They did not buy into the notion that they are going to be losers. They bought into the notion that they're going to be winners and they're going to make money and they're going to make moves that will make them money. Here on this channel, if you're here and you've been here a while and you tolerate me just going off, you're making money writing options. You're not going to get rich finding a hot stock tip from me where you can buy stock for a dime and it's going to go to $100 a share in 2 weeks. That's not what I do. You know that. If you don't know that, you're also in the wrong channel. I can't help you in that area, but I can help you and guide you as to what's going on, why it's happening, what the implications are, and where can you now make your move writing options to take advantage of these easy dollars that are being handed to you left, right, and center. You're being offered such easy paths to riches that it's just unbelievable. And many of you have said to me, you know, Bruce, you're right. I watched you. I watched you, you know, for a couple of months now. I heard about you, and I gotta say, you're right. I have noticed that you do talk about how we can make money in this market, despite whoever is doing what. Love them or hate them. You gotta go with the program. And I keep saying to you, the one thing about this option writing business is you don't have to actually guess what the market is doing. You just have to go where the market wants to go. That's all you got to do. And right now, last few days, markets wanted to go down. And so where have a lot of you made money in the last week or so? You've made all kinds of money by writing call credit spreads. You just let the stock go down, markets go down, and you've written call credit spreads way out of the money, and you've watched them shrink to nothing, and you've closed them out and written another set, and they've gone down, and you've closed them, done another set, and you've taken 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12% off the table again and again and again and again and again. You're breaking all the rules. You're not supposed to make that kind of money. You're supposed to put your money away for 10 years, 20 years, and watch it grow by 4, 5, 6% a year. That's what you're supposed to do. A year. You're making this kind of money in a couple of days, in a week, 2 weeks. Unbelievable. You're breaking the rules. And that's what you got to do. You got to make it work, figure out the way it works. By the way, the poll question today, 185 of you have voted. I think the markets will jump today because they are oversold for now. 73% say yes, they are oversold. I think we're going to jump today. Only 27% say we're going to have a down day today. We'll find out. Thank you for 99 thumbs ups in the middle of the rant of rants. Thank you for supporting this channel. Thank you for constantly standing by me and saying, it's okay, man. I know you're a Canadian guy. I know you have your thoughts. I believe in these people, but it's okay. We're here to make money. And your interest in me is to help me make money. Thank you for those of you who get that and who just, like a duck with water off your back, you just go, it's cool, I'm with you, it's all good. Thank you for joining me and being part of this family. I love that you're here. Thank you also to some of you putting up, throwing donations our way. I love it. Thank you for, and congratulations those of you who are becoming members. I love you. Thank you very much. Derek, thank you. Welcome to the party. ST, I can't pronounce this. Public policy of what politics is, given that the market freaks out over anything, it's useful to understand what the market is thinking. There you go. You nailed it. You got it. You got it, buddy. You know. Thank you to Jeff Glass for the lost subs. They won't be missed. If anyone is leaving your channel because of your thoughts on what's going on, we're here for you, Uncle B. Thank you all so much for your support of this YouTuber. I'm just too old. I'm just too old to give a crap. I'm just too and like I said, I don't have to be politically correct anymore. I'm old enough now to not have to do that. I have the freedom to speak my mind because I have paid the price for almost 70 years on this planet. And I'm a survivor. I'm a YouTuber. And you're asking me what I think, because that's what I think you're here for. You're asking me, well, what do you think I should do? What do you think's going on with the market? What do you think's going to happen with it? Bruce, if this happens and that happens, what is the stock market going to do? I have to answer these questions. I can't ignore what the hell is going out of Washington, Ottawa, London, Beijing, Berlin, Paris, Madrid. I can't ignore that. Iranians, Taiwanese, the Ukraine situation. I have to ignore all that and not upset you? Forget about it. I'm not 35 years old worried about upsetting my sponsors. I'm not going to worry about not getting a deal from a social media promoter company. I'm not getting my own TV show. I'm not getting a sponsorship from Sirius XM radio. I'm going to be here until I stop being here, and that's the end of it. That's it for me. I know my limitations. This is it. So I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to tell you what I think, and if you don't like it, that's all I can do. It's freedom to stay, freedom to go, freedom to enjoy, freedom to make money, freedom to not make money. If you can find a YouTuber that can help you make money way better than I can, God bless you all. And there you have it. Okay. Thank you, Jeff, for that. I appreciate this very much. Again, welcome all to the program. Stephen Butler, thank you for the number 5 thumbs up today. Charlie is laughing. When our mentor rants, the children run with scissors and put beans in their ears. That's what's going to happen. Oh, man. Thank you. Uncle Bruce, you're the kind of uncle I'd like to have. Thank you, Uncle Bruce, for letting us see reality. I haven't got time to read all your comments. I love you. I think your followers appreciate your honesty. I appreciate you all. Thank you. Going to be a great opportunity today to write cash secured puts on credit calls, call credit spreads. Uncle Bruce is the best, and he'll make you money. Thank you, those of you who are the diehards. The diehard followers of this channel make money. Simple as that. They're Gold Bagel members. There are more Gold Bagel members here than Chillin' members. They make money. Boom. End of story. End of story. They make money, and they write options. They know the kind of money they're getting for the options they're writing is ridiculous, and they know they shouldn't be getting this kind of money. But there are gamblers out there who are desperate to try to hit the American dream, the Canadian dream, the British dream, the German dream, the whatever dream they're trying to get, and they're willing to gamble more money than they should be gambling because they think that if I put more money into the trade, it will work out for me. It's incredible mentality. People who go to the track betting on horses, they think that if I bet $2 to win on this horse, hopefully he'll win. But if I bet $5 to win, this horse is definitely going to win the race. But if I bet $20, oh, there's no question this horse is going to win the race. Look at how much money is being bet on that horse. It's insane. Look, a couple of things are coming up this morning. General Motors announced a share buyback program, $6 billion, and increased dividends. General Motors has done exactly what corporate America does in many cases when the company is run by managers and not owners. When boards of directors hire people to run companies that are not in any way interested in owning the company and could never own the company anyway, you're going to get a different kind of mentality with regards to the public company's future. You're going to get short-sighted, uninspired innovators into these corporations. You're going to get corporations with management that will think of ways to run the market, to get the stock to go. They'll do interviews with any publication that they like. They'll be on television. They'll go to CNBC. They'll go to Bloomberg. They'll go to Fox Business News. They'll go on to talk to the New York Times. They'll talk to the Wall Street Journal, and they'll promote their company. They'll then do artificial moves to make the stock go up. They announce a $6 billion stock buyback program, which is what GM did. And in reality, GM is under no obligation to buy any shares back from the street with that $6 billion. The board of directors has only authorized the company to use $6 billion. They have not guaranteed that there will be $6 billion of stock purchased off the street. It's only an indication that we have authorized the company to do it. The increase in the dividend is real. Yes, we're increasing our dividend. I don't know what the dividend yield is for General Motors, but I'll bet you with the new increase, it still isn't going to be equal to a treasury bond. You're going to get way more money on a 10-year treasury or an ETF that tracks treasuries. You'll make way more money there, and you don't have to own any stock to get it. The trouble with buying stock in a company to get a dividend is that the stock represents your money. You've converted your money into paper, and you own a sliver of this corporation, and you've bought into the management's game plan to try to move up the market. But when a company uses the excuse or the announcement that a $6 billion stock buyback program is our centerpiece, along with a dividend increase to move up your market, get out of Dodge, dump this crap, because you're better off taking your money, putting it into treasury bills at way higher yields to you, and the treasury is in US dollars. Your stock is set at the US dollar rate. At least you've got that. If you're going to buy corporate bonds, you're going to get into ETFs that track corporate bonds, you're probably going to get 7-8% interest, a much higher yield than GM will ever pay you. If GM were to increase their dividend by 20% a year for the next 5 years in a row, they still won't equal the treasury yield. I doubt it. And they can't do that. They don't have that kind of capital because this is a failing company. The reality is they would rather commit $6 billion of their own money or borrowed money to buy their own stock back rather than put $6 billion into their business and make them a better business. They're not expanding their factories. They're not bringing out brand new models that are going, wow, in the car world. The car world and the truck world, these guys, they're making gasoline-powered cars, diesel-powered trucks, and they're saying, drill, baby, drill is the way to go. Let's go with the old man in Washington for the next 4 years, and let's step back to the 50s and the 60s, and let's do that. They've drunk the Kool-Aid. They're into this game, and they're saying to the White House, hey, we're supporting American jobs. Give us tax breaks. Give us all kinds of write-offs. And the government is happily obliging that. Is there innovation coming from that company? No. Do you go to a GM dealership with great anticipation of seeing the latest, newest, greatest technology ever created for the automobile business? No. 25-year-old kids do not dream about having a GM car or a GM vehicle as their futuristic vehicle. 8-year-olds don't look at General Motors and go, oh, wow, I can't wait till I'm an adult and I too can get a Chevrolet. No. They're looking at all the other brands, not GM. They're not looking at Ford. Ford doesn't even make cars anymore. They only make trucks and SUVs. Chrysler, oh my God, what a nightmare Chrysler has become, an absolute disaster. Most Americans know this. You know this. You know that GM is a dying brand. They're on the way down. They're not going anywhere. And so, yeah, the stock is up this morning because of this whole, a couple of weeks from now, it's over. It's all over. You want to grow your returns to your investor by buying back your stock. You have given up on your business. End of story. That's it. Why don't you make a lot more money as a company, and the shares that are out there will go up naturally in price? Why don't you triple the increase of the dividend rather than use $6 billion to buy back stock? Give $6 billion to your shareholders. Since you don't know what to do with it, since you have no incentive, you have no feel for it, you have no want to build the business, Trump in the White House should be really upset right now at General Motors. He should be seething with anger. How dare you take $6 billion and buy back your stock when you could be using $6 billion to build new factories to create jobs for 10,000 more Americans plus all the spin-off jobs? How dare you do this? That's what should be coming out of White House. Listen for the crickets. Listen to the sound of crickets coming out of the White House about the GM news. Nothing is coming out of there. Because at the end of the day, GM is paying into super PACs to re-elect these guys. They love these guys. They love these guys. Knock the EPA down and bring those mileage requirements down so we can keep producing gasoline cars and diesel vehicles. We don't want to produce 80-mile-an-hour efficiency vehicles. No. We want We want to go old school, because this is where we make our money. A GMC truck, a Denali, and all these vehicles, these light trucks that GM makes, Ford makes, Chrysler makes, they're all protected by a 25% import tariff that's been around since 1965. These guys have a 25% cost advantage over any outside brand. Toyota trucks are built in America. They're not imported from Japan. All right. Nissan trucks are built in America. Honda trucks are built in America. The parts come from all over the place, but final assembly is the United States. And when you go and buy a pickup truck, you say to yourself, just remind yourself that if I want a pickup truck, I am probably paying 50% too much for it. Because by the time you figure out the markups on top of all the markups, a truck that you see on the lot for $50,000 or $120,000 should be 60 grand. A truck that's $100,000 ask price is a $50 piece of crap. That's all it is. And it's going to lose 5% a year guaranteed for the next 10 years and be worth nothing in actual value down the road. You'll get 5 to 10 grand for it in 15 years. That's it. Adjusted for inflation, peanuts. That's the reality of the situation. And yet, I bet you CNBC is interviewing GM right now. There's every publication is being made available to GM management to talk the talk, but they can't walk the walk. And this is the problem with America. America is supposed to build all kinds of factories and create jobs, make it great again. Not gonna happen. America doesn't have enough factory workers on the sidelines ready to work, because your kids are graduating with degrees from colleges and they're becoming plumbers, electricians, HVAC specialists, software developers, IT people, AI people, chip builders. They're not interested in becoming slaughterhouse workers, assembly plant workers, textile workers in sweatshop factories. None of your kids are lining up for that. I don't think you've got them all riled up to make themselves 15 to 25 bucks an hour for the rest of their lives. That's not what you're doing in America, folks. It's not what we're doing in Canada. That's not what's happening in Germany or France or Italy. Parents of kids are trying to get their kids to a higher degree of living in a higher functioning job. And yeah, being a plumber in America is very lucrative. Being an electrician in Canada or America, very lucrative. These are positions that require licenses and training, and you can make yourself 30, 40, 50, 60 bucks an hour. Really good money. That's right. But being a slaughterhouse floor sweeper, you're not making 80 bucks an hour sweeping up, chicken feathers off the floor of a factory. I'm sorry. Not many kids want to do that for a living. Just saying. Anyway, today's Nvidia day. Tonight after the bell, Nvidia releases their financials. Nvidia will do something. They will announce record earnings, record sales, record profits. They will probably reiterate their buying back of stock. They will announce that we've already bought back a bunch of stock and we're going to keep buying back a bunch of our stock. They're going to say that. They're going to talk about how their sales are going and how in demand everything is. But then the street wants to know something else. They don't want to know whether you got a haircut or not, Mr. CEO. They want to know how you're feeling today, whether you have indigestion or not. We want to know one thing, just one thing. Are you going to make record amounts of profits every quarter for the next 4 quarters going forward? That is going to blow the doors off of last year's numbers, which blew the doors off the year before that? That's all we want to know. If you don't tell us that, if you don't tell us that the next year is going to be just as good proportionately to the year you've just had, we're dumping your stock. And therein lies the question. There's the quandary that the market is in. Will Nvidia stock go up to 160 to 170 a share in the next week because of all the optimism? Or will the shares stay at 120, 25, 130, or go back to 100? What is the deal? Yes or no? Nothing in between. You're either a winner or you're a problem child. What are you? And I don't care. You announce a $90 billion stock buyback. I don't care. You announce you're going to institute a dividend. I don't care. You're going to announce that sales look really great and we're back ordered. I don't care. What about the Trump tariffs? What about trading restrictions? What about if there's a license required by every buyer of chips from Nvidia that are not American buyers? What if everyone who buys Nvidia chips and anyone else's chips needs to have a permit from the United States government that has to be auditable to guarantee that the chips won't go from the factory from Nvidia to a buyer to then a distributor who then sends it to China? What if we have that in place? What if we have tracking of chips that now track the sale of a chip with a serial number and it can't go there? We're talking restrictions. We're talking holdbacks. We're talking roadblocks. We're talking regulation from the government. And that will sink any stock and any market, because if the world gets the impression, the investment world gets the impression that Nvidia is about to become heavily regulated, along with all software that is produced, all other systems produced around these chips and software, that means the entire AI business of the United States could be fully tracked by government officials under you know who. And now how does the market feel about that? Look, I'm all for cutting government spending. Just don't make it happen to me. That is the mantra of all Republicans right now in red states, where they're going to town halls to see their representatives who are bragging, we're making great things happen in Washington, just like you wanted us to. And these folks are coming out going, I voted for you and Orange Boy, but I didn't vote that my child would be laid off in the Interior Department. I didn't vote that benefits that I have been living off of were going to be cut. I didn't vote for that. I voted for the New Yorkers to get the crap kicked out of them. I voted for people in Chicago to get the crap kicked out of them because they're Democrats. I didn't vote it to happen to me. Well, now with Nvidia coming up, is Nvidia going to be placed under a blanket of observation? I don't know what to call it, surveillance. Is Nvidia going to be under a blanket of surveillance by the US government because these chips are finding their way into communist countries where they shouldn't be going? They shouldn't be going to Iran. These chips shouldn't be going to North Korea. They shouldn't be going to China. Do you know how much leakage there is out there? It's incredible. There are business people legit who buy these products, sell them to legit other business people, sell them to other legit business people, and then after that, we don't know where they go. And they end up in illegitimate places. And drones that land in Ukraine with bombs attached to them, they analyze those drones very carefully and very closely, and they go, oh, look at that. All these chips that are in this thing and all this software and hardware that's in this thing comes from America, comes from Canada, comes from Germany, comes from France. Look at that. All this technology that was supposed to be, kept away from the bad guys. Well, the bad guys got this stuff. Isn't it amazing what dollars will make people do? Isn't it incredible? Welcome to the party, pal. I'm actually your friend. Not everyone thinks so, but I'm your pal. Pukeburp, thank you so much for becoming a returning member. I think you've been here before. I don't think this is the first time for you. I thank you very much. And all of you, thank you for joining me. ST, by the way, I highly doubt the 22 subs that ran were trumpets. They know the truth and would stay for the options and stuff. Also, they like free speech. Thank you again. Those of you who are making donations here, becoming members, I love you guys. A growing channel, of course, is what we all strive for as YouTubers. But some of us are more honest with you than others. And I want to be upfront with you guys. I don't want to lie to you. I don't want to give you the impression that I'm someone that I'm not. I'm an old fart. I've been around a long time. And just like you, I'm pissed off too. Many of you are upset, angry, frustrated, not happy, felt that you're being led down the garden path and have been told one thing and then something else happens. Derek, thank you for joining as a member today. Again, thank you again. all of you. You're all in your own world. You're all in your own area. You all have your thoughts and your opinions and your, everything. I get it. I'm with you. We're all the same, actually. Octavio, thank you for being a member 45 months. Thank you for what you do. Thank you, Octavio. I love it. Anyway, there it is. Here, look, see, Charlie, stop these liberal rants. Please stop. It's nothing personal. I'm not angry at people who are Republicans. I'm not angry at them. I get them. I get it. I understand where they're coming from. I totally get it. The reality is some person's agenda might not work for other people's agendas, and it might be bad for business. And there's something to think about. Bad for business. Many a prime minister and chancellor and president of countries around the world, many people who've become leaders of their countries have had the realization at one time or another, they're in their office, they've shooed away all their assistants, and they're sitting behind the desk in an office where they're leading a country, quote unquote. They're in charge of a country, and they have to decide whether or not to take their pen and sign a bill that has been passed by their parliament or their Congress or their Senate or their whatever. And they now have to make a decision whether to sign this document or not. And the realization hits them for the first time, and they realize, I have family members that will like this and will not like this. I can't win. I'm going to be a loser, a bad guy to certain people and constituents, and I'm going to be a hero to others. I can't make everybody happy. And I'm going to have to sign this document or veto this document. There is no middle ground. I can't send it back for another round of discussions. It's been in discussions for a year, and it's now landed on my desk, and I now have to either sign it or veto it. Every prime minister and president and chancellor and dictator and whatever, they're all in this boat. And for corporate America and for corporate Canada and corporate everywhere else, CEOs and boards of directors have to make decisions that either upset their shareholders, make their shareholders happy, upset their employees, make their employees happy, and all of their relatives and friends. And they come to the fork in the road, and I either have to do this or have to do that, and there's no way around it. And I'm here to tell you that if you want to make money in this business called the option market, you have to understand and realize what's going on in the big picture that could affect the markets. And that means you have to be paying attention to the whole picture, which means all of your allies, you can follow and watch them, but all of your so-called enemies, you have to watch and follow them as well. And this is what happens in the sports business. Baseball teams send out scouts to watch all the other baseball teams. Hockey teams do it, football, baseball, basketball, golfers, every competitive whatever, they scout everybody else. One rap star watches all the other rap stars. Rock and roll bands watch all the other rock and roll bands. Singers watch singers. Dancers watch dancers to understand what's going on in the business. And then they figure out how they're doing in the business. This is the world in which we live. And it's the same in politics. And if you think that I'm just, he's just a socialist trying to drive down our throats a socialistic agenda, you're not getting it. You're not getting the big picture. But I love you. I really do. I love George Carlin. I loved George Carlin while he was around with us, and I love the clips on George Carlin. There's a beautiful series of clips out there about religion and George Carlin talking about heaven and hell. And if you don't follow the rules, there's a place you'll go that is bad and full of fire and brimstone and all this sort of stuff. And there's this invisible man up there who has all these rules that you should follow, and don't you break any of those rules, but he loves you. I love how he does that. And as great as this spiritual thing is, there's one area that this spiritual thing is terrible at. He needs money, always needs lots of money. He's really bad with money. And there are people on his behalf raising a lot of money so that he can continue his great work. I thought the all-powerful didn't need any money. Money was the root of all evil. But no, apparently we need a lot of money. I love George Carlin that just brings this out and into our face, as uncomfortable as it is. And we go, I love this guy. I wish I could be like him in a consistent way. There's only one George Carlin. Unbelievably funny and right down to earth. And in the last 20 years of his life, he out and out said it, what he was thinking for years prior. He said, I don't give a crap. I don't give a crap what you think of me. I don't give a crap whether you love me or hate me. This is me. This is my thoughts. And I'm going out this way because I can live with myself and my beliefs. I respect that. I respect that of you. I respect that of anyone else. Believe in what you want. Do what's best for you and your family. But if you really want to win, you have to understand the opposition. And every sports team does it. Every business does it. IBM is watching Apple. Apple is watching Microsoft. Microsoft is watching Google. Google is watching Amazon. Nvidia is watching everybody. Everybody's watching Nvidia. Analysts are watching all these other stocks. Governments are being watched by all kinds of people. There's analysts everywhere watching everything because you hear from them and see them all the time. And some of you think certain people are gurus, and some of you realize none of these people are gurus, and others of you realize, some of these guys are paid shills. Every time the oil price it goes down, there's people come on the air and tell the world how short of oil we are. Like, isn't that amazing? Interest rate policy and currency policy and bonds and stock prices and everything else. Everyone's out there doing their thing. You've just got to figure out how you fit into this game and how can you profit from it. Ed, thank you very much for this donation. Glad I found this channel. Looking forward to some financial security and following passions. Thank you so much, all of you. Those of you who've been taking my classes, what can I tell you? You're supporting me. If you take one of my classes and you're actually paying YouTube $200 to watch one of my classes, guess what? Almost all of that comes to me. Thank you for keeping us alive. Jen and I cannot thank you enough. That is how I make money. Now, why would people pay $200 a class again and again and again? They must be getting something good from it. Otherwise, I brainwashed everybody. I don't think I brainwashed any of you guys. You've seen the results in your accounts on your own. You're doing the trades. I'm not trading on your behalf. You're trading on your behalf. And you're writing options and making money from it. And if I've helped you get there, I'm a very proud man. I'm a happy guy. I'll be here for a long time. I can afford to be here for years and years and years. If I don't make you money, you leave. It's as simple as that. You don't buy my classes. You don't become a Gold Bagel member. You walk. Thank you for sticking it out. And thank you for investing in yourself, because that's what you're doing. You're saying enough's enough. I'm putting $200 to take this class and that class and that class, and that. I'm going to learn how to write options. And you know what? I can write more options with more money. I can bring in more money than I'm spending to learn how to do it. This is incredible. The kids are going to college and they're going to be in debt $200,000 to $400,000 each over the next few years before they make a dime. I'm making a dime already while I'm learning how to write options. Is this a good deal or what? That's what I get told all the time. Thank you all for joining me. Larry Titus, thank you for hitting the bells. We're open. We're ready to trade. Have you seen Super Micro Computer? We're up $10 a share. Thank you very much, Super Micro. Thank you for filing your financials, finally. That was kind of nice of you to do that. My goodness, what a run. Let's see how much richer you guys will get today. This is what it's all about, getting richer. Let's see what this market has in store for each and every one out there. The Dow seems to be down 38 points early, 1 minute in. We'll see how that lasts. We're up 14 on S&P. We're up 92 on NASDAQ. This is the reverse of yesterday. Yesterday, the Dow was up and the other two markets were down. Now the other two markets are up and the Dow's down, but the Dow's off 50 points. It's a nothing burger. Oil down 5 cents a barrel right now. Thank you all for joining me. The VIX is down 32. That is positive. The VIX is falling, which means the volatility index is getting stronger. More money will come into this market because I think people are smelling a dip that has been hit yesterday. Time to make a move. 14.30 on SoFi right now. 14.30, we're up 38 cents. ASTS is up 288 to 29.05. Rklb up 58 cents at the moment at 20.86 and climbing. GameStop is up 14. AI is up 61 cents. SMCI Supermicro showing a $9 gain. Nvidia up $4. Tesla's up $1.77. The spiders are up 108 and the Qs are up 223. Palantir up 276. MicroStrategy down 266 at the moment. We'll see how that fares. Costco down $6. Coinbase down 120. Matterport unchanged. SmartRent down 4. ME down 5. Google down 87 cents. Apple down 316. Broadcom up 421. Microsoft down 277. Intel is up 43. Netflix is up 270. Facebook, Meta up 303. EI Lilly up 20. Amazon up 234. Uber up 52 cents. Adobe down 16. Cisco down 16. AMD up 57, Unity up 51, Enphase up 119, Spire is up to a dime to 11.24, Moderna up 17, Pfizer up a penny, IBM down 158, HPQ down 15, Home Depot down 149, Vanik Semiconductors up 350 a share on those ETFs. Goldman Sachs up 458, Boeing down 132, Target down 15 cents, JP Morgan up 21 cents, Walmart up 25 cents, Disney up 74, American Airlines up 45 cents, DraftKings up 133, AMC unchanged, and the Royal Caribbean up 538. So it's a mixed bag, more green than red for sure. And we'll see how this market settles in over the next 20, 30 minutes, first hour. And we'll go from there. We are up now 12 on S&P. We're up 70 on NASDAQ. The Dow only down 28 now. It's actually coming on as well. Welcome to the party. Mr. Takagi will not be joining us for the rest of his life. Doesn't like the way I say things, doesn't like the way I think, doesn't like the way I analyze. Mr. Takagi will not be joining us for the rest of his life. However, those of you who are survivors, welcome to the party, pal. Nice to have you here. Walter Young, thank God for the bell. Rice, Carlin tried to open eyes. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. DH, neat. Jeff Glass, Carlin was a genius and a master for sure. I remember when he was talking about the very wealthy and how America was working, and he nailed it 20 years ago. He nailed today 20 years ago. If you're in the top 10 percentile, you're making the bucks. You can afford to contribute to political campaigns that work for you and your interests. And that's the club right there. And that's what's happening. Super PACs have won Supreme Court rulings to be allowed to exist. And they are completely against going social. They're completely capitalistic for their interests. And so the mantra is, if we are at the top 10% and we can stay here, screw everybody else. And that's it. I'm sorry. That's it. I care for people living under the bridge, but I'm not going to do anything about it. They're lazy and they should get off their duffs and get a job. This is a lot of people's philosophy at the very high end. They have no sympathy for those at the bottom. Not all, but that's the mantra. And look who's running the show. Look who's in Congress. Look at your senators. Figure it out. It's the way it is. I'm just a guy trying to tell you, hey, I think he had it. Lumiere, $2 donation. It's hilarious. All of them federal workers crying right now. You know, I don't have a problem having people let go. I really don't. I don't have a problem if people get let go. The problem that I have is if the wrong people are being let go, the people that are the most essential to an organization, or your brightest stars, the most dedicated to the cause, the ones that are giving you 200% return for the money you're paying. I hate to lose those kinds of folks. I don't mind cuts. Just make them make sense. Air traffic controllers, you don't want to cut air traffic controllers. I don't think that's a good idea. Not that every single aircraft controller is the best person on the planet. Not saying that. Let them decide which ones keep their jobs, which ones get promoted, and which ones get eased out. Let them figure it out. They can do that. It's not a problem. In the education department, in this department, in that department, absolutely. Internally, they'll figure out who to let go. And hiring freeze, okay. Or we're going with an attrition program, okay. They'll do it. But here's something else I would like to see. And maybe some of you agree or not agree. But you know what I'd like to see happen in the United States, for example? I'd like to see the U.S. Defense Department pass an audit. I'd like to see that. There hasn't been an audit of the United States Defense Department in 15 years, and they didn't pass their audit 15 years ago. Nothing's been done. Nothing has been done to bring an audit, mandatory audit, to the Defense Department. You think there's wastage going on over there? It's an $800 billion department. Maybe there is $20 billion of wastage. Maybe there's $100 billion of wastage. How do you know? Nobody knows. Nobody will know. What about the CIA and the FBI? You know the budgets for those guys? Not public. Not public whatsoever. It's probably buried in the Defense Department. Homeland Security budgets, unlimited, and no accountability, I don't think. And yet, I think a lot of people are afraid to attempt to audit these guys because they're afraid that they will be targeted by the very entities that they're trying to audit. And so you've got this circle of death going around and nothing gets done. The money comes in and nobody knows what you get for it. And there you have it. Just saying. What can I say? Do you feel safer? Great. For what? I don't know. But I can say with certainty, there are many, 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 many very high-end people in the defense business, quote unquote, the business of defense, who fly around the world in private jets all the time. And just like the health industry, the very top 5-10% of the health business in the United States, they fly everywhere they go in private jets and limos and live a high life. And many other businesses across the U.S. You just name them all. The highest number of people in Washington, influencers, consultants, the businesses that have the most consultants in Washington are guaranteeing and keeping the status quo alive, keep it going just the way it is. And those folks who are hired by these top enders, those top enders are flying the world in private jets and living a life you will never know. That is, I think, a reality. But I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy. Bama babe, if Nvidia has a good earnings and guidance after market closes today, stocks will soar. But if Nvidia has a bad report, stocks will take, in my opinion. I think you're right, Bama babe. Jeff, I know plenty of federal employees. They are highly educated and dedicated employees. They have master's degrees. They are librarians for the Federal Reserve, audio engineers for the federal courts. Yeah, we're talking skilled positions out there. Tons of them, millions of them. Yeah, there are people who are maybe overpaid in certain spots in certain areas, but you know what? Federal workers have been getting crap raises the last 20, 30 years. Have you taken a look at the kind of raises? The Trump administration didn't give a raise to anyone in 4 years that he was in office. He didn't give a raise. The people left the civil service under Trump's first term, because they couldn't get a raise, couldn't keep up with inflation. In this current environment with Biden, they got raises, but what, 3%? They didn't get 20% raises. GM workers and airline pilots and UPS drivers, unionized corporations in America paid out huge pay raises to their members. The civil service of the United States didn't get massive pay raises. Teachers in states across the United States are some of the worst paid positions in America. And these folks have master's degrees. It's incredible. They're teaching our kids. Really? Agreed, Bama Babe, says Charlie. There you go. Anyway, what can I say? Crazy stuff. Fingers crossed for great news, says Charlie. I personally think it's going to be good. Jeff, stewards of our public lands, etc. Great Americans that keep this country running and deserve every penny they earn. Bama Babe, my concern is more about the guidance for Nvidia. But if you've listened to the CEO of Nvidia, he always talks positively about the future. Okay. Hey, Uncle Bruce, David, just an FYI, I didn't get a notification for today's video. I had to search your page. I only found a link there. Usually I get notification on my phone, and it's listed on YouTube. Double check your phone. If you've got an update recently, it might have tripped something that makes everything from YouTube junk mail. Check your device. This happens from time to time with people who get upgrades, or you sign up for something new somewhere, and somehow in the back door, there's all kinds of notifications you're not getting anymore, including me. I'm just saying it's happened before. Mandu, 148 thumbs up. Bruce, I love you. Thank you, Mandu. Jeff, federal employee payroll accounts for 0.16 of a percentage point of our federal budget. If we're looking for savings, they're looking in the wrong place. And Bruce Lee is saying, good morning, Mandu number 5. Bruce Lee, how are you, buddy? Nice to have you here. Great to see you. Welcome all of you who are commenting left, right, and center. I haven't had time to read very many comments today. Been too busy ranting and raving. Welcome all of you to the program. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you so much being followers of this channel. And again, supporting this YouTuber. I appreciate you all. All right. Thank you very, very much for being here today and every day. Love you guys. Thanks again for joining me here, coming on in, following the content of the day today. We're trying to stay on top of this crazy market in which we're in, where the Dow is down 26. It's been up and down here this morning already. Positive, negative, positive, negative. We've got a 34-cent gain right now on SoFi. We're up 35 cents to 14.27. We've got ASTS up 294 to 29.11. We have Rklb up 58 cents at 20.86. We've got GameStop up at 13 cents, AI up 85, and SMCI up 761. It's a positive start to the day. We're going to see how the momentum goes from here. 152 thumbs ups. Thank you for that. 263 people voting on today's question, which is, I think that the markets will jump today because they're oversold for now. 71% of you thinks that's the case, and now the Dow is positive 13 points, so we're up 16 on S&P, up 87 on NASDAQ. There you go. That's the story, and we're sticking to it, kids. Welcome all to the program this morning. Quick review yet again of these markets. There we go. Rklb up 61, SoFi up 36, GameStop up a dime. We're up 18 on Spire. We're up 5 on ATIP. Smart Rent down 4.5 cents. Apple down 5.16 a share. We got Tesla up 4.63. Microsoft up 9 cents. Alphabet down 1.97. Amazon up 1.63. Nvidia up 3.17. Make it 3.28. Meta Platforms up 7.14. Supermicro up 7.22. ASTS up 3.14. AI up 79. Palantir is higher by 2.56. MicroStrategy down just 1.22 today. Very quiet so far. Unity up $1.03. Goldman up 4.09. Cisco up 4. Spiders up 171. Netflix up 8.80. Pfizer down 16. Qs are up 2.31. ARC is up 88 cents. IBM down 118. Uber up 93. HPQ down 12. Home Depot down 366. Vanik is up 444. Adobe is up 146. Enphase up 145. So more gains than losses for sure so far today. And we're following a lot of stuff. 2080 on Rklb, trying to break through 21. We'll see if it can do it. Earnings, I think, are tonight, aren't they? I think we get them tonight. 2090 now on Rklb. This is the high of the day here, or close to it anyway. Trying to reach 21. 2096 on Rklb, going for $21 right now. 2095.96 on Rklb, up 66 cents or so so far this morning. That is the story. I'm sticking to it. Over on SoFi, they released last night a filing. They did a filing through the SEC. They filed their annual report. So if you love reading deep background information on financials, can you do some reading on SoFi? I don't know how many hundreds of pages we're talking about, but there's a lot in there. I just started digging into it 10 minutes before we went on the air, and I need hours to get into that. So those of you who really love digging up dirt from annual reports, off you go. Jefferies apparently is keeping their buy rating on SoFi, apparently. I don't know what this means. Does Jefferies have a price on the stock? I don't know. Buy rating on the stock of SoFi, but I have no idea what the target price is. If anyone knows, do fill me in on it, because this information is through tip ranks, and they won't give it up unless you pay them to let you read their reports, which is all advertising, so I don't bother with it. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. The stock of SoFi, $14.40 now, up 48 cents. We're at the high of the day on SoFi right now, $14.40. This looks to be about the high of the day right now on SoFi shares. The Dow is up 28, S&P up 25, NASDAQ up 130 points. Giddy up. Everybody, welcome to the party. We're moving higher on some of our favorites. We're up 375 now on ASTS to 29.92. That is having a barn burner of a day. We're up 70 cents on Rklb. We're coming up to $21. GameStop is up 22 cents. AI up 99 or so, and Supermicro 52.97. One hell of a lot better than 45 a share. Just approaching 53 bucks a share. 750 or so gains on Supermicro Computer. Thank you, everybody, for being with me today. I appreciate you all. What's going on? Let's see here. Mandu, thank you. Rklb is tomorrow, Bruce. Tomorrow. So it looks like Rklb is moving up today. Could move up again tomorrow in anticipation. The stock, I think, is way oversold by about $4 or $5. Should be more around the 25 mark myself, but we'll find out. We'll see. We'll see what kind of rebound we have today, and if it lasts all day or not. Rklb just busted 21 or 21.05 now, like a hot knife through soft butter. Rklb 21.05. SoFi 14.38 to 40. ASTS is $30.07, up almost $4 a share this morning. Susan Shops, 158 thumbs up for you, Uncle Bruce. Keep ranting and raving. I'm not leaving. Thank you so much, Susan, and all of you who have been here month after month, year after year, making money in the option writing business. Why are we still doing this after 4 years? There's a reason people are making money here, and that's why this channel still is alive. Simple. It's nothing. There's no magic to it. You either make money writing options or you don't, and more people making money than not, and that's why we like this game. Keep it going. The Dow is up 100 points. Here we go. The Dow's up 100. A little buy wave 20 minutes into the session. We're going higher. We're up 30 on S&P. We're up 138, 140 on NASDAQ. We're moving up. NASDAQ's up 3/4 of a point. S&P up 0.5%. The Dow's only up 1/4 of a percentage point. It's got catching up to do, but it was ahead of everybody yesterday. So there you go. This market is improving. Supermicro now up $9, 52.75, and climbing higher. Interesting session. 14.44 on your SoFi. We're up 52 cents now on SoFi today. ASTS 30.30. Rklb 21.10 up 84, 21.12 up 84 cents on Rklb, going higher. GameStop 24.64 up 22. AI up $1, $7 gain on SMCI. I think we're up almost $9 on that. Nvidia's up 4, Tesla's up 5.5. We got markets moving up here. Palantir almost up $2. Let's take a look at some of the big boys. Google only down 98 cents. Apple down $4. Microsoft up 50 cents. Netflix is up 15 bucks. Facebook, Meta up 10.79. We got money coming in here. A $2.30 gain on Amazon as well, right here. Definitely some movement here on the upside on some of these big stocks. Goldman up $6 now. JP Morgan up $2. Disney up 173. Dow components are moving higher. No question about it. There you go, kids. Welcome to the party, pals. Nice to have you with us. Let's see what this market has in store for everybody. B Tizzle, that ASTS, Bruce, 15% gain right now. Yes, sir. Charlie, could the good news and results with SMCI be good for Nvidia? Well, Nvidia is going to be good no matter what. They're going to make a ton of money. SMCI is benefiting because Nvidia is doing so well. And so, yeah, you see the numbers on SMCI, you know Nvidia's numbers are going to be good. If SMCI is doing well, Nvidia is doing very well. So yes, the question is the future. Are we priced to perfection, or has Nvidia got a run rate to 200 a share later this year? Is it available to Nvidia to run to 200? It's at 131.04. Wouldn't put it past the stock to be able to do that. But in one day, no. But over 6-7 months, maybe a couple more quarterly reports, and holy moly, you got a $200 stock up there, which is $2,000 a share. Remember when it was 10 for 1 split? That was my thinking too, Uncle Bruce. If SMCI is up, Nvidia is definitely up. Interesting stuff. Auntie Jen is up and about. How are you today?
Good.
Oh, I'm ranting. I'm ranting and raving today.
Are you ranting?
Oh, I'm out of control. Oh, I made people mad.
What are you doing today?
Oh, I'm ranting and raving. Oh gosh, Uncle, the old man came out today. Oh yeah, the old man that doesn't give a crap has come out. Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't think so. A lot of people actually are making donations and becoming members today because they're going, you're right. We love you just the way you are. Don't change. So I'm happy about that. But, you know, I'm just a guy in front of a computer. Ranting. That's not sponsored by anybody. I get approached all the time by bogus people, you know, scam artists. And then I get legitimate sponsors come to me and say, hey, would you like to sponsor? Would you like to talk about us? We'll pay you. Everyone that signs up, if you can get us, you can get people to sign up with us, we'll give you money. No, thank you. I haven't been made an offer juicy enough. Let's put it that way. Because they always ask me, well, what would you charge us? How much do you want? How much do you want? No. Show me the money. Show me a check that will make me want to say, hey, I think you should do this. No, thank you. Anyway, there you go. Good morning, Auntie Jen from Richard and Charlie and Bagel Babe is here, number 160. Thank you, everybody. Jen is here, and the sun is shining out there. And
Morning, Richie. Morning, Charlie.
She's got the grabber, and we're out of control.
It's the only way I can reach these.
Certain things, exactly.
You with your 4'8", you do a great job.
My what?
You're 4'8".
Oh, at being 4'8", I live on this thing. I need this for everything. Oh no!
Everybody should have one of these.
These are awesome. Bagel Babe, why am I always late with a thumbs up for Uncle Bruce? Alberto, Uncle Bruce, what's up? I miss you. I miss you too, Alberto. Nice to see you here. Auntie Jen is here saying hello to you. Alberto. How you doing? How you doing? She says.
I think our nephew is doing okay.
I think our nephew's doing just fine.
He's doing okay.
Behaving yourself, I'm sure. Mandu, Uncle Bruce, please never change. I love your rants. It's a big part of why I'm here, besides hanging with the Bagel Familia. You know?
You only get Thanksgiving with your family once a year.
I mean, so really.
You're in there.
Bruce Lee, hey, I think you should be a Gold Bagel member. Mandu number 5. Good morning, Auntie Jen.
Morning, Mandu.
That's right. Hanging out with the fam, listening to the old man rant. That's what the family reunions are all about.
Drunk Uncle.
Drunk Uncle. Oh, yeah. Let's hear what he has to say.
He's one of my favorite characters.
Oh, my God. That was great.
I miss Drunk Uncle.
Drunk Uncle.
Oh, he came back for the 50th.
He did, didn't he? Yeah, that's right. Drunk Uncle. 1437 on SoFi, up 45 cents. ASTS up 397. Rklb up 64. Alberto has made a statement here. Been a member of this man's channel for 44 months. The man who was paid for a full custom contemporary home build. Thanks for all the classes. Love you, Auntie Jen. There you go. And
proud.
Flint
so proud
Creek,
of you.
good morning, Auntie Jen. I
Morning,
live
soap lady.
for the rants. B. Tizzle, good morning, Auntie
Used your
Jen.
soap this morning.
Bagel
I love
Babe,
your soap so
or
much.
both. Flint Creek, I've been a member here for 39 months.
Buy
Thank
her
you.
soap. It's wonderful.
Buy her soap. That's right, flintcreek.com.
And I don't like the smells. I don't go down the detergent aisle in grocery stores. I can't walk past that body shops. I don't do that. But I love Lisa's soap.
We have Lisa's soap in every bathroom in the house.
And the kitchen
There's a
sink.
little dish. There's a dish over here with her soaps. I wash my hands all the time because soap's right
Being
there.
in America, I can
Soap.
order it.
Yes, we can have it delivered very easily here. We've done that. ASTS contracts are shrinking, says one. Stuart, good morning, Auntie Jen. Bruce
Morning,
Lee,
Stuart.
like with the anxiety of the market, the rants help keep us occupied. Laughing out loud. Remember Uncle Bruce warning us of the market crash
That's what it
last week? You remember that? Last week, Bruce was warning
It's
us.
Look over here. Look over here.
Look over here. B. Tizzle. I've been a member of this man's channel for
Make it
12
coffee.
months, certified a year, lurking for 4, Mandu number 5, member for 40 months. 40 months of rants. Priceless. Zed Estate, Soul, I build a customized home. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Alberto, Uncle Bruce's teachings have set me free. Bagel Gang know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Depeche, congrats, Birdie. Thank you all so much. And thank you all of you for these kind words. Sometimes it's kind of lonely out here.
Yeah.
And
And
just
you might
gotta-
not get it the first time, and you might not get it the second time. But if you keep listening, you're going to get it.
I get it. You're gonna understand.
You're going to have your epiphany. You'll have your come to Jesus moment, and it'll all make sense.
Come to Jesus. Come to Uncle Bruce moment. That's right. Oh my. Flint Creek, the aversion to detergent, birthed my product.
Oh,
I
see.
hate smells too.
Oh, I
See.
know, but her
Al-
smells so nice.
Alberto Depeche, thanks, buddy. Let's keep this dinero a rock and roll. Depeche, congrats to you too. Zed Estate from Depeche. J Boy, $20 donation. Bruce speaks the
Oh.
truth. People may not agree with the rants, but like it
My
or not,
Vic bro.
he's right. Thank you so much, J
Stay out of
Boy.
the sun.
Jeff Glass, I enjoy the rants, but my wife enjoys them even more. Oh my goodness. Oh Lordy.
Maybe she likes it that you get him all fired up.
Get him all fired
Get 'em
up
all-
and
get
all
all-
get this blood
Get
flowing.
him
Get them all going.
Juices
Get the
flowing.
cheeks nice and red. Oh, look out. I don't want to know. Don't tell me what's happening. It's like a child looking at mom and dad kissing each other. Ooh, don't do that. I don't want to see that. Oh, my parents don't have sex, do they? No. That's impossible. A stork delivered me. Come on. Oh,
Cabbage Patch.
Cabbage Patch. Oh.
Those ugly Cabbage Patch dolls.
J-Boy, stay out of the sun. Antigen, no problem there. I'm an indoor kid.
There you go.
Doug,
Good
Uncle
lad.
Bruce rants are awesome. Cheap Entertainment, become a Gold Bagel member. Cheap Entertainment, there you go. Oh, Lordy Lou. What can I say? Have I had a chance to think about a bagel in my rant? Not really, but I think today might be an ham and egg and cheese day with a ketchup dip. That might be it right there. Alberto is on fire today. Look out. Alberto, $50 donation, $49.99. Don't y'all start donating. My pile dancing has increased from pennies to nickels. Pole dancing, he says. Thank you, Alberto. Thank you, J-Boy. Thank you, Bruce Lee. Thank you, all of you out there who have been making donations. Lumiere, there's DL. Ed, thank you for this 20 euro donation today. Thank you all so much. I'm having trouble keeping them up. ST with 2 donations today. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, all of you out there. It's just awesome. Jeff Glass, of course, earlier today. Thanks, Jeff. And the better half. There's ST with his first one. Yes, sir. Loving the rants, Bruce. But someone loves the rants even more than I do. Awesome sauce, you guys. Alberto, you're the best. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Just get rich, please. Make a ton of money writing options. Take the money off the table from these morons. They're handing it over like drunken sailors. You gotta do it. You're a casino. We're up 110, 115 on the Dow right now. We're up 34 on S&P. We're up 170 on NASDAQ. We're going higher now. 1445 on SoFi, up 53 cents. ASTS up 446 to 3063. What a run on ASTS today. Rklb, $21, up 72 cents. GameStop up 36 to 2478. AI up 97. SMCI up 765. Nvidia up 383. Tesla up 184. We're moving higher. Palantir is up. Coinbase is now higher. We've got gains on Broadcom, Microsoft, Intel, Netflix up $17, Meta up $18. EI Lilly's up, Amazon is up, Uber, Adobe, Cisco, AMD, Unity, Enphase, all higher. They're all higher. Goldman up almost 560 a share here. Boeing is up a little bit. JP Morgan, Walmart, Disney, American Airlines, DraftKings, AMC up a couple pennies. Royal Caribbean up 860 today. We got some moves going here, and that means option writers are licking their chops, rubbing their hands. Those of you who wrote cash secured puts yesterday, you're going, is this easy or what? This is great. Love it. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, everybody. Let's see what's going on, and what's going on. John T, hey, Uncle B, what's your take on staying away from option writing on the week of a company's earnings report? I'm in Nvidia, and I'm thinking of closing before earnings as my expiration is this Friday. What do you think? The safest move you can make is stay out until after earnings are released and let the stock tell you which way it wants to go. If you are a shrinkage specialist, you are writing contracts that you are looking to go to zero. You need to know where the market wants to go so that you can allow contracts to be written that you know are overvalued and are going to go to zero. So yes, closing your position this afternoon, waiting overnight, just folding your arms, wait until tomorrow's opening and into the session, and then reposition yourself with a new set of, say, credit spreads. Excellent move. It really is. You're not supposed to be a hero, and you're not supposed to be a frontline soldier. You're supposed to be an opportunist. You're a sniper. You're a sniper. You pick off the enemy when the enemy exposes itself. You have to let Nvidia tell you what it wants to do. You have to let the street rant and rave about the earnings and the prospects and the good, the bad, the whatever, and just watch the stock. The stock will tell you what you're supposed to do next. As an option writer, you get into that mode, life becomes a lot simpler because you're not fighting the street, you're going with the street. We're up 129 on the Dow.
You're just following the crack.
Just go with it. We're 1450 on your SoFi now. ASTS 3068 up 451. Rklb up 96 to 2124. We're going higher right now. Thank you, all of you. Wouldn't the anxiety of this be time to strangle? Yes and no. It depends on your mentality, your risk tolerance level, what account are you using to do this kind of work, that type of thing. John, when it's Wednesday morning and your options expire Friday, is there much of a difference in shrinkage from Wednesday morning to Wednesday just before the close? Well, that depends again on the market, the stock, and how much volatility these entities have. Alberto sold 590 covered calls on SoFi for 33 cents. Just bought back for a nickel. Uncle Bruce, you really are a friggin' magician. If this idiot nephew can do it, anyone can do it. There you go. Nice, says Bruce Lee. Thank you all. Way to go there, buddy. You deserve every penny you take off of this market and more, along with all of you. Whether you're writing 5, 10, 15, 100, 300, 590, 1,000, you deserve to make dough, and you're being handed the opportunity to do so in whichever way works for you. If you want to be a cover call writer, do that. You want to be a poor man cover call writer, do that. You want to be a cash secured put writer. Look at the cash secured puts that were written yesterday by this channel's viewers. Look at these stocks going up today. All those puts are falling. Welcome to the party, pal. Credit spread writers, some folded their arms, waiting for the market. Now they're watching the other side. Up to you how you want to play this. Giddy up, guys. The dough is there to be had. I'm just trying to get you to take it. Nothing personal. It's just business. Giddy up. Thank you all for being here. We're up 90 cents on AI, up 31 on GameStop, up 65 on Rklb, up 448 on ASTS, and up 48 cents on SoFi. The Dow's up 110, S&P up 33, and NASDAQ up 158. It is green, and we are fluctuating in this green market, and this is normal. After several days of losses, this is normal. What will be the give and take? Stick around and we'll figure it out. It doesn't take long to it'll identify itself. It'll tell us. Nvidia up 380, Tesla up 225, Palantir up 110, Master MicroStrategy MST are up 416. It's green, more or less all over the place, with some exceptions. We're watching it all. Giddy up, everybody! Thank you for being part of the fam and hanging out with us. Love that you're here. Jen and I love seeing you guys make nothing but money. Nothing but money. Oh, that is a wonderful, wonderful thing. Grab it, take it, and let's keep going. There are very wonderful places you can put your money, and that's the best way to go. I love it. I just love it. Anyway, there you go. Thank you all for joining in. We are taking a look at my. I'm going to take a look at my. Poll question of the day and thumbs up meter. Thank you again for these thumbs ups, kids. We're pushing for 200 every day. We are now sitting at 175, 25 away from 200. Thank you, everyone. The question of the day now has 285 responders here. I think the markets will jump today because they are oversold for now. 72% say yes, we're jumping today. 28% are thinking, well, we might not, but so far 285 of you, 3/4 of you pretty well are going, yeah, we're going higher. This market, Bruce, is going higher. Most interesting on this session. I think it might be time to just make sure that we ensure a much better result for all of us by if we give time to honor the secret power behind this market. People are always asking me, Bruce, how do you know what the market's going to do? How do you sense it? What is it out there? What power out there do you rely on that somehow gives you the strength to tell us it might be time to honor the Knights of Ni? And so here we go with the knee emoji attack. There we go. Bruce Lee is on it. Same of James of the Mystery Tree, Mandu number 5, B Tizzle. Neat. Here come the knee emojis, kids. We're out of control. They're coming through. Stuart's on it. Neat. If you're not a member of this channel, what are you waiting for? The Knights of Knee are there to help you. You can honor the Knights of Knee and guarantee your success. I mean, how simple is this? Tom and Bowing Tiger, Stephen Butler, Tuna Fish, they're all there. Neat. They know you must honor the Knights of Knee. Alex, neat. From around the world come the knee emojis. Every corner of the planet, all kinds of undersea cables are just drowning in knee emojis. Zaltaze is here. The big Z is here. Stephen Butler is on it. Neat. Flint Creek, neat. Chase, Rosita Parker, N8 is here. They're all here. Neat. Don't forget me. Neat. There they go. Across the board come the knee emojis and all the heart symbols and all the smiling faces and all the party poppers are popping. Oh, it's all good, kids. Welcome to the party. Managers on it. Managers the gorilla. There you go. Bobby Atkinson, Matterport, 542 today, Bruce. It's going higher. Jeff Glass, Set Estate. Neat. From everywhere. Can't stop the knee emoji attack. Thank you all. 138-point gain on the Dow, guys. We're going higher. Yes, there you go. Use those knee emojis before China cuts the rest of the undersea cables. Hurry, hurry. Let the Knights of Knee know you care. You care. 135-point gain on the Dow. Make it 160 now. We're up 39 on the S&P, and we're up 182 on NASDAQ.
That's why they're trying to cut those undersea cables.
The knee emoji attack. They know the knee emojis.
The killer
Look at that
rabbits.
big, oh my goodness.
I don't know if anybody else has ever had rabbits as a pet.
The
Rabbits
killer
are evil.
rabbits.
They're not little soft fluffy things. No, no.
They're killers.
I have scars from our rabbits.
They'll jump for the jugular each and every time, those killer rabbits. If you just watch Holy Grail, you search for the Holy Grail, you know what we're talking about. We're not making this stuff up. It's in the movie, so it's real. Thank you, everybody. Look at that. Bacon, ham and egg and cheese on a sesame seed bagel. Oh my goodness. We got an update going already. We got this on top of everything else. We got the ketchup to dip in. Oh my God. 170-point gain on the Dow. 1452 on your SoFi. 3052 on ASTS, up 435. Rklb 2122 up 94. GameStop up 50 to 2492. GameStop going for 25. AI up 99. Again, we're up $10 on SMCI. Look at that. Look at that. My goodness. Neat, 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 neat. Emojis everywhere. The holy hand grenade of Antioch is amazing. John T, thanks, Uncle B. Manager, neat, neat, neat. Flint Creek, we have 3 rabbits. One is white. Walter Young, hi, Auntie Jen, that bagel looks delicious. Hello, Walter. Nico, neat, 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 neat. There you are, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. We're going higher, and now we'll see where we end up.
Have a black one, and what was the other one? She was kind of a brownie white.
Oh, yeah.
But they were evil. I think it was my fault. I named the black one Puck. I shouldn't have just shown her the way. And then they went back to the farm, and we traded them for sisters, Flopsy and Mopsy, the little brown ones. And Flopsy was like a cat. She was so sociable.
We traded them back to the farm.
Well, it was my brother, so it's like, here, the evil ones you get back, but give us good ones. So we got Flopsy and Mopsy, and the one loved to be petted and purred just like a cat. And her sister would come up and go, "Yeah, okay, that's enough. That's enough. Leave her alone. That's enough." So I've got scars.
Rabbit scars.
And the wild hares, because our rabbits were in a hutch outside. The wild hares kept coming down to
check out the neighborhood.
The girls.
Check out the scene.
So who's in there? Who you got in there?
Can we play? Can we play catch? Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh yeah, Mopsy and Flopsy. Oh. They all were sent back to the farm eventually.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what the end was like for Mopsy and Flopsy and all the others. I don't want to know. We're up 191 on the Dow.
An owl. Probably an owl.
I'm just saying, children, cover your ears. I don't know.
But every time my brother would come in, we were in the city, he would come in from the farm, and he'd open like one of the pockets on his coat, and he'd pull out a kitten and give it to our daughter to play with until he went home, take the kitten back. So, as you can probably guess, he was her favorite uncle. Taught her how to drive a tractor, how to shoot a rifle. Yeah, she didn't really feel good about killing the gopher, but she got really close. She was very excited.
Oh my God.
I think I'm sure she rode a cow. You know, it's all the things you do on a farm.
All the things you do on a farm.
Should have go for a ride a cow.
All the wholesome things you do on a farm.
Don't eat that. You learn what you eat and what's not food. That's not food. Don't eat that.
That's not food.
That's not food. Yeah. No, the dog can eat it because it's a dog, but don't eat it.
Don't eat what the dog eats.
Party people.
Don't question us as to what the dog eats.
Makes party folk.
You don't really want to know, okay? Oh my. Oh my. We got a run going. We're up 190 on the Dow. We're up 62 on SoFi, up 438 on ASTS. Rklb up 92. GameStop up 40. AI up 85. SMCI up 1020. S&P up 47. NASDAQ up 215 points. NASDAQ 1.1% run up so far today. S&P 0.8%. The Dow approaching half a point. Moving up. Folks are reacting to all this. Let's see here. Flint. We have Flopsy. We have a Flopsy, says Flint Creek. Bruce Lee, I get coyotes that come by my house. Once had a coyote on the fence trying to have a staring contest with me. Alex, Antigen, stop. He's going to choke on his bagel. Brian, Uncle Bruce, quick question. I was assigned shares of TSLL at $23.50. My cost basis after premiums is $20.83. What should I do? Stock price is $14.80. Sell covered calls, sell shares, and sell cash secured puts. Wait for a pop. Well, if you sell the shares and write 20s, you should bring in, 520 premium plus time, 520 book value plus a premium. You go out far enough, maybe you can bring in $7 or $8. I'm guessing. I don't know. I don't know what the price of this stuff is. That would be a smart move to bring in additional cash, and then you can just, ride the cash secured puts. If the stock recovers to 16 or 18, you're laughing. You've got cash in the meantime to do something else with that. So there you go. Chase Rosita Parker, dead cat bounce. What do you think, Bruce? Is this a dead cat bounce, or are we going to get more out of this? We're up 207 on the Dow. We're improving this move. This isn't a 30-minute dead cat bounce. This is an hour. What are we into now? 40 minutes, 50 minutes into the run here. 50-point gain on S&P, 229 on NASDAQ. We're strengthening now into the first full hour. So it's a good sign. But we'll see overall. Definitely on the right track.
I think the market is anticipating tomorrow.
Well, we're anticipating tonight, an Nvidia tonight. That there's
right.
Positive anticipation. And we're watching all of this, folks. All right, on. Thank you, everyone. Time for the second half of the bagel as we keep going higher. We're up 200 points on the Dow now. Giddy up. Jen is singing Sly and the Family Stone. Out of control. 21.25 on Rklb. We're almost at $25 on GameStop, $24.98. Giddy up. 14.52 on SoFi, up 60 cents. Those puts are falling. Giddy up. Go, market, go. GameStop 25.02. We're pushing the high of the day here of 25.04 now. GameStop pushing the high of the day right now. Just in that hood, we busted it. We're backing off a bit. We might bust through it yet again. Interesting stuff. Zed, Bruce, Nvidia is going to be positive, but not good enough. Think it'll dip further. What are your thoughts? We've been talking about this all day. We've been talking about it. We're going to see.
What do we say to them? Your future can't be this rosy.
Bruce Lee is saying, you know, a lot of game developer studios have been getting canned in America. This gaming business is on a decline. Yeah, I wonder.
So
I've been speculating here now the last year. Is GameStop moving out of the gaming business one step at a time? As each store lease comes up for renewal, they're letting them die. They're letting them die. They're only renewing a few leases, shorter term leases. They're trying to sell the Canadian division. They're trying to sell the division in France, which I think includes a distribution center. Are they going to be out of the gaming business by, say, in 2 years from now, completely out? And with their $4 billion plus cash, whatever additional cash you're going to get, going into a whole different area of business, with Ryan Cohen leading the way with his billions of dollars of capital, we could see quite a transformation here, and it might be happening in front of our eyes. I don't know. $24.97 a share on GameStop is maybe not overpriced. Maybe it's not overpriced. Yeah. What's going to happen with GameStop? Good question. We're up 220 on the Dow, 230. The Dow's at the day's highs right now, up about 235. Cindy, I love how GameStop is going into card authentication through PSA. Really good prices. It might be that they become a collectible business. They go right out of games into collectibles. Games becomes 10% of their business. Collectibles, where there's margins, becomes 90% of their business.
Look at their stores. That's what they're doing.
Yeah. And their clientele, perfect. Giddy up, everybody. Oh my. Finishing the last of this bagel. Oh, much better day today than yesterday, huh? Yeah. 200-point gain on the Dow, much better than yesterday's market. 46-point gain on S&P, 200-point gain on NASDAQ. Oil is at $69 a barrel, up 7 cents. Not going very far. Was that good? Oh, yeah. Thank you, Auntie Jen. Fabulous. Dow seems to be inching higher again. 220, 200 to 220 gain approximately. Wavering, moving up, moving down. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Love this. Chad says that Rockstar is projecting Grand Theft number 6 will make $3 billion in its first year on sale, with $1 billion in pre-orders before it even launches. Brian, Uncle Bruce, June, January, June, I don't know what these are, $20 cash secured puts on TSLL are going for $10. That would fix my losses pretty quick. Oh, there you go, right there. Ricardo, Uncle Bruce, you know how the card business is, and it is a hot mess most of the time. Yep. Lisa, Tesla under 300. My November 320 cover call is up 47%. Maybe looking to roll down. Interesting stuff, Lisa.
Nothing wrong with 47%.
Yeah. Tesla 298.24, down 455. 297.39, down 541. Lisa is getting richer and richer the further it falls. Fascinating. Nvidia's up 441 now, 131 a share. SMCI is up 1031. AI up 79. GameStop up 45 cents. Rocket Lab up 77. ASTS up 387. SoFi up 59. And the Dow is up 225. Again, it's popped up a little more here in just the last few minutes as it's kind of in this 200 to 230 range lately. So we got right now, interesting stuff, everybody. Tons of stuff to follow.
It's okay, I turned your lights on.
Oh, she turned the lights off on me. I mean, she's trying to tell me something. Your days here, your minutes are numbered, Uncle Bruce. You've ranted and raved enough for one day. Oh, I've had enough of you, and you're ranting and you're raving.
I have a 5-year plan, honey.
Honey, I got a 5-year plan. Did you know that at the end of the 5-year plan, you're not in the you're not there. You're not part of the plan anymore. We have to talk. Oh my goodness. I feel okay. Well, I feel fine. What's wrong with what's happening with the 5-year plan? Oh my. Friend of ours had that happen to him. I had a chat with his wife, and she said to him, yeah, I've been thinking about
Got a 5-year plan.
I've been thinking about a 5-year plan. Oh yeah. I've been thinking about the 5-year plan, and at the end of the 5 years, you're not in the plan anymore. Ooh, what does that mean? Oh, the divorce was shortly thereafter. Yes, they're both happy. They're both happy as can be. It was all amicable. What can I say?
Nobody's fault. It was over.
It just kind of, it's time for a new 5-year plan for both of us. Interesting. Yes, interesting. Uncle Bruce, Bruce Lee wants to know, is that a shovel in the background? Is that a shadow of a shovel? What is that? Just wavering over your head a little bit.
No, that was me cutting melon. That wasn't me digging a hole.
Oh my God. Tom, Tesla 295, Bruce. Those 320s are really out of the money. Indeed, they are.
Nice.
Yeah, Tesla taking a hit. The Dow up 196, S&P up 38, NASDAQ up 156 at the moment. That's where we are. 1446 on SoFi, 2954 on ASTS, Rocket Lab 2085, GameStop 2476, AI 2694, and SMCI 5526 so far this morning. Nvidia's up 414 to 130.77, and Tesla 295.54, down 726. Yeah, that happened to my mom, James of the Misty Tree. Christmas Eve, after the last of us kids had moved out, he basically gave her that 5-year plan speech. How about that?
On Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve. What timing? What incredible timing.
Why don't you do it on Valentine's Day?
On the anniversary. Yeah. You remember the day we got married? Oh, wow. Let me tell you a story. Oh, my goodness. Once upon a time.
Been married, not counting today.
Ooh. Let me ask you something. If we weren't together, what would you be doing? How would you like to fulfill that fantasy right now? Oh, geez.
Maybe that was the best Christmas present she ever got.
And then James says, she found a much better guy soon after, though. So she's had the last laugh. And
Funny that, yeah.
Funny how that works when one person initiates the split. The other one does really well anyway.
Opens their eyes and goes, wait a minute.
It's like a job. You mean I can do the same job that I'm doing for this company over there and get 50% more money? I think I'll do that rather than beg for a raise. Interesting. The 5-year plan. Yes. There's a 5-year plan. You're not part of the 5-year plan, but there's a 5-year plan nonetheless. Well. Hey, I'm just trying to get you richer. Nothing personal. I'm just trying to make you more money. Okay, we're up 223 on the Dow. So as I leave you in a good place. Okay, I'm leaving you in a good place. We're up 223 on the Dow, and SoFi's up 53, ASTS up 357, Rocket Lab up 65, GameStop up 43, AI up 61, SMCI up 1008. I think I've done my job. But thank you all for your support of this lowly, low-life YouTuber. Thank you very much for taking the rants in stride. And thank you again for your kind donations and becoming members of this channel and upgrading your membership to gold level. I can't thank you enough. Thank you again and again. I will be on the air tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern time, if you dare. The primetime live show at 7 tonight. Let's find out what's going on here. I might be on at the bell for the close with Nvidia's financials coming out after the bell. All depend on this market. Today's Wednesday. I'm on tonight. So looking forward to seeing you soon as you get richer by being an option writer. Thank you so very much. I got to help this homeless beggar that someone knows how to help us get richer, in my opinion. I got to help this guy. Thank you so very much, everyone. Have a great rest of your session at the moment. We'll keep an eye on the market from this sideline here, and we'll see you a little bit later today. And let's see how much richer you get. Thanks, everybody from everywhere. Richard Carlin, neat, neat, neat. Exactly. Don't forget the knee emojis. Richie Rich, says Jen. There you go. All right, guys, we'll catch you later on. This is Bruce and Jen from Ranchamage saying in 3, 2, 1, bye.